1 mil in profit or 1 mil profitably on Amazon, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort. It's not this thing like where people make it sound like super easy. I'm just going to list the product on Amazon, but you don't even need to invest that. So having that much capital does nothing. Like you don't want to launch multiple products at once. You want to launch one product, get proof of concept, and build up slowly. So it's not this thing where you put all this money into business and then you're just magically going to be at $1 million. I update the sales every month, bro. I actually updated it 2 times this month, but no, it's annoying to update it every single day because then I literally have to take a screenshot, crop the screenshot, send it to my phone, put it on my phone. So I updated it once a month. But I did update it twice this month. Got you. How much did I spend on PPC first month on my first product? The goal with your ads in the beginning is to get proof of concept. So you start with conservative bids, conservative budgets, and see how those ads perform. Airdrop exists. Yeah, I know, bro. I know. That's what I use, but still, to do that every day, I go live every single day. Without money, who are you? I'm Luke Basha. I'm Luke Basha without money. I'm Luke Basha with money. I'm Luke Basha when I go to bed at night. I'm Luke Basha when I wake up in the morning. Are you happy with your life? I'm blessed, brother. I live a very blessed life. God is good. Money doesn't measure a man. I've made a video about that. You're a cool guy. I wish you could teach me. Brother, that's what this live's about. Ask your questions. Go watch my videos. I post so much free content. I'm also one of these people who I don't gatekeep any information. I'm not like, oh, if you want to know this, you have to be in my program or whatever. I have free YT videos. I have free I have over 1,000 videos on TikTok, bro. I post 4 TikTok videos every single day. So I have a plethora of content online. I have a free course on TikTok. Literally under my tabs, free AMZ course. It's like 40 something minutes of content in like 7 videos. Cruz, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Joanna, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. How much do you spend a month, bro? What do you do with profits? Really curious. I mean, most of my spend is on business. I live a pretty conservative life, to be honest with you. Like I don't have the cars or all of these things. That's not what I'm about. And I recorded a video today. I haven't posted it, but I have like 70 drafts for TikToks. But I want people to follow me on the information that I give, not the lifestyle that I live. But I would say a majority of my money spent on like the personal side would be like travel and family. I own gold, Greg. I have a lot of investments. Amazon, the best app to sell in. It's the largest e-commerce platform in the world, so I would say yes. What's something you wish people would ask you more often? It's funny. Shout out to Zach. Got a text from my cousin saying that he was asking for my number. I like that. Action taker. It's literally just in the live 2 seconds ago. All right, sorry. But what's something that you wish people would ask you more often? Honestly, I think it's more so what I wish people didn't ask me as much. I would say that's like, how do I make $1 billion on Amazon in 5 days? Like, obviously I'm exaggerating, but that question gets kind of I don't get upset when people ask it, but it just kind of like shows that they don't fully understand business, which is why I do these lives, to explain it to people. So I don't say that in a bad way, but I just wish that like people on social media gave more realistic expectations to starting a business. And that goes for all businesses, honestly. That's what's up. You're a G. I appreciate it, man. Lost, thank you for the follow. So what do you do that you don't spend? What kind of investments? Real estate. I don't even like saying the word because it gets such a bad connotation, but crypto, really big on that. And then I own some gold as well. I don't like talking about crypto because that's all the fake accounts. They like literally my mom's husband texted me last night and was like, he said, "Is this you?" He's like, "This isn't you, right?" I was like, "No, it's a fake account pretending to be me." And then was literally saying like, "Hey, I have a course where I can teach you how to invest in crypto, and then after you make money there, you can make money everywhere else." Like it just doesn't even make sense. So I don't really like talking about it too much. Freddy's and Mortgage, thank you so much for the follow. Luke, how do I make $1 trillion with my first product? You already know, Sea Urchin. You have to make sure the stars align. Sea Urchin is just trolling, so I'm just messing around. Always up in the lives. Appreciate him. What up, Georgios? Been a minute. Do you do Section 8? Nah, bro. No. I don't touch that. Or what kind of real estate have you started to get into so far? Apartment buildings. One of my business partners, and I just recently started getting into real estate. So one of my business partners, he made a majority of his money in real estate, and then he came over and we started an Amazon business together. That's my brand new account that I started. And he started with single family homes, and then he was telling me like he does really, really well. I won't disclose his numbers, but he was telling me that like if he had started with commercial rather than single family, because he's actually selling a lot of his single family right now, that his passive income, which is already more than 99% of people will ever make in their lifetime, that it'd probably be more than double had he started in commercial real estate. So he got me started in commercial. How much do you make per ASIN? It's different for every ASIN. Like we have one ASIN that does 100K a month, and then we have an ASIN that does 10K or 15K a month. So there's such a big range. Bella, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Hey Luke, this one guy does 8K revenue monthly on Amazon, offered to help me learn, no cost. What do you think? I mean, if you can extract basic information, what I would say is like take them up on the offer, take action on it, because a lot of people don't take action, and maybe vet the information through my content. To be honest, like if he's giving you this PPC, because 8K in revenue, absolute W. Does he fully know the ins and outs of Amazon strategies, how to differentiate all of that? I don't know. I don't know who it is. Why not Section 8? You seem passionately opposed. I'm not saying everybody, and I can only speak on this with the knowledge that I have, but I think that on social media, like it's kind of like a trend on social media right now, right? And I think that people make it seem too good to be true. Like the returns, too good to be true. The gold glove, yes, the infinity gauntlet. Got to add more to my. I found out from actually one of my students that they discontinued this Lego, and then they discontinued. There is it. This Lego right here. So your boy's a collector. I don't flex, bro. I don't know if you've been in my lives. Actually, I know you have because you've come in and said nonsense in the lives before. Good for them, bro. I don't flex. I'm here giving answering questions about Amazon. Go name drop it again. Go let them know. I've already talked about it. It's pointless for me to go on a live with him. He'll just repeat the same thing over and over. I don't know if that's the case. The returns are like 20% cash on cash if you finance, which is good. Like I said, I just think people make it seem too good to be true. About to go to the gym day 16. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. I'll really give you that offer. I'll take you to dinner if you complete all 75 days, but we'll see. One of my boys that I started 75 hard with literally quit on day 50, which I thought was so wild. Imagine being 50 days in, you're 25 days away, and then you stop. Luke, I'm the one who hit him up and he said he'll help me with seller apps, stuff like that. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, take him up on the offer. Quitting on day 50 is silly. Dude, I agree. I mean, not even making excuses for him, but he was like traveling. He was in like New Orleans, whatever you call it. But still, bro. Seller app is basic, bro. Yeah. What's good, Amazon? What's good, FBA? Good to see you, my guy. Make sure y'all drop your questions down below. I almost gooned the other day, but I had to stop, pray, and do something else. That's the way to do it, man. Good job. Is your program one-to-one mentorship? There's one-on-one aspects in it, but it's not fully one-on-one. It's kind of like a done with you. Definitely not a done for you. And definitely not a done for you. And like, I think that, and I'm not saying you limitless, but I think people who want like direct one-on-one hand holding, those are not the type of, how do I word this? I'm not trying to sound mean, but like those aren't the type of people that I necessarily want to even coach because they expect you to do everything for you. Like I made a video of how like obviously all my family knows that I sell on Amazon. Like literally a family member just came into my live at the beginning of the live, and I'm not talking about him. But everybody's like, put me on. And they literally want you to do the work for them. And they expect that they're just going to make all of this money. Like if I was going to do the work myself, I might as well just go start another Amazon business or launch a product from scratch. But then when I go and be like, okay, here, take access to the AMZ Masterclass. I can track who's watched what, how many people have even completed it. There has been, this has been between friends and family. Family, I've only had one person take action on it. The rest will be like, yeah, put me on. And then when they find out that they have to do the work, 0% completion. And then I've had one friend where they actually started selling. Bro, is dropshipping allowed on Amazon? No. Got an authentication complaint. The place I purchased indicated they have permission. You got to be careful with that. You have to be buying stuff from official wholesalers and distributors. I don't do drop shipping on Amazon. It's against their terms of service. I don't have one-on-one coaching, bro, but like I said, it's there's aspects. There's one-on-one aspects to it. Be my mentor by the beginning of 2026. Sounds good. AMZ Masterclass in the TikTok bio. Noob, now I got a image of you shake my head. This is traumatic for me. That was funny. Limitless, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Everyone these days just wants a handout. It's wild. I don't even know if I blame them, man. I think I blame the internet and like the perception of a business on the internet. Like it was to a point, like, guys, I had mentors when I started, but like I knew my cousins were operating a business at the same time that they were teaching me. There would be like complex questions where I would ask them. But if I needed help, like creating a shipment or something, or like, what does this mean? I would Google it. Like that's why when like the people who want direct one-on-one hand holding, do it for me, it'll be like, Luke, how do I create a shipment? Bro, there's a video on how to create a shipment. But it's like, yeah, but I need you to do it for me. It's like, come on. Because the time for, what do you do for validate the products? I just posted a video today actually on how to validate a product that you want to sell. You just make sure the market numbers are good. Make sure that you have differentiated the product, maybe done some type of poll to see if customers would choose yours over the competitors. The amount of time that it takes doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. Like the amount of time that it takes from, manufacturing and shipping the order. But yeah, just make sure that the market numbers are good for that product. I think it's the whole online perspective about Amazon. No one thinks it's an actual business. Yeah, those people just don't know. I 100% agree with you, FBA. I still love that name, by the way. Probably like top 5 favorite usernames that I've seen on TikTok. But yeah, people think that it's like, and it's because of the people who like set the foundation. Like, I don't even want to name drop, but like some of those early people who were making content about Amazon gave Amazon a really bad name. Like people who got investigated by the feds or FTC violations, and they were making these false promises. And you'll have people think that like coaching is a fruitful business to get into, when in reality it's probably harder to sell on, or it's harder to create a successful coaching business than it is to create a successful Amazon business. So you just have a bunch of people like giving nonsense information and be like, no, bro, you'll make 10K if you start, or if you join my program, or this or that. Like, that's not how it works. And knows the amount of work that you still need to invest. Yeah, Amazon is a business where you have to put in the work. It's like any other business. Do I think that there are aspects that are easier than like maybe starting a physical location restaurant business? Yeah. But it's a business. You want to see successful numbers, you have to make sacrifice. You have to work hard. It is not a get rich quick scheme. I should make a sign, actually, a neon sign behind me. Amazon is not a get rich quick scheme. Do you do wholesale arbitrage? I do private label. I sell my own brands. Bro, I feel like 40% is necessary, more than 30 to give room for ads. Nah, I don't think so. 30% because you scale up as you place more orders. 1000%, people need to really understand the work behind actually doing it, the time and money needed. 100%. I mean, bro, there was literally somebody who was just in the live. He's like, how much do I need to invest to make $1 million? And I didn't give the answer that he wanted. So I noticed that he left the live. That happens every single live. People are like, what? And I can almost guarantee you that once we stop talking about this, there will be somebody who like legitimately, because I know some people troll, who will legit ask, how quick can I make 100K on Amazon? This. Like, bro, focus on making your first dollar. $450. It's in the TikTok bio, and it's not a course, brother. It's a mentorship. You ever did OA? Nah. So your cost gets cheaper, and it's also true that once you get organic rank, that you don't need much ad spend. It's not that you lower down your ad spend. It's that your tacos, which is total advertising cost of sale, comes down, right? So you're less reliant on ads and more of your sales are coming from organic, if that makes sense. Should I wait for private label until January because Q4? I mean, even if you started now, you wouldn't be launching in Q4. It's too late. I don't recommend wholesale or arbitrage, but that's me personally. I'm biased. Oh, this guy again. See, this is what happens when you don't block people and you just mute them. They spend all their time coming back into the lives. Remember the quote, everybody. You'll never catch Michael Jordan, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk going on the internet saying a bunch of nonsense to people. Well, maybe Elon Musk. He's a troll. But you'll never catch anybody like that spending time out of their day. Do you want to know how many hate comments I've left on the internet? 0. I've been investigating these and how they are all over my algo. Well, you are commenting on my live, brother. So give you a quick social media algorithm one-on-one. When you're investigating, searching for all of these things, and you're literally leaving comments in my live, the algorithm will show you more of that because it assumes that you want to see more of that. So can someone with no experience get started with private label then? I had no experience. I started with private label. A lot of people that I know had no experience, started with private label. Got 500 units in FC transfer right now. The plan is getting Vine reviews, then going crazy on PPC. Good on the Vine reviews, terrible on going crazy on PPC. You want to get proof of concept. You want to test what works, what doesn't. You don't know your conversion rate. Why would you go dump a bunch of money into ads when you don't even know how your product's going to convert, right? So it's all about testing. I actually start very conservatively with ads. And then once I see that I'm profitable on my ads, then I go crazy on ads. Does that make sense? So that is something to keep in mind. How many sales a week across accounts? Hundreds, if not thousands. We have some lower ticket items that sell at a high volume. So I know that like that inflates the sales number a bit. Like these are some lower ticket items on this account right here. What up, big fish? Luke. Chill, Georges. I can't read that on live. But yes, this is literally the logic of people. Love you saying that conservative should always be the move at the beginning. Yes, too many people will waste a bunch of money. And like I said, this is the issue with so much different advice and so many different perspectives online. Like it can be a very positive thing, don't get me wrong, but it can also be a very negative thing because like maybe somebody got lucky and something worked out for them, but that's not truly what a good like fundamental strategy is to sell products. So it's really a lot, to be honest with you. A lot of mistakes that people make because they just truly do not understand how business works. It's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. I sold ads today to a guy who had 5% ACOS. LOL. What do you mean you sold ads? 5% ACOS is pretty wild, to be honest with you. They're definitely either driving crazy external traffic, have the most insane conversion rate, or they're not utilizing PPC in the way that they should be. We offered Ad Magnet with AI with more control than. I'm not really big on AI softwares or any management things for my ads, bro. I'm natty when it comes to my ads. All manual, outside of like bulk uploads. I'm all natural. I have no more water. Great. Do you use Jungle Scout for private label? You get products from China. Thanks. I use Data Dive and Helium 10. I don't use Jungle Scout. Also, Helium 10. If you guys were in the live, Helium 10 made right on what they did, so they're back in my good graces. How many years in FBA private label? I've been doing it for almost 7 years now. Yeah, his ad sales were outrageous with 5,600 in spending. That's pretty good. I'm curious, does he have a high ticket item? What did they do? Because they made right on it, I don't even necessarily need to speak on it, but yeah, they just did some things that I didn't agree with, and I'm a man of principle, so I pretty much told them, I was like, listen, this isn't a threat, but if you guys don't make right with what you do, I will go on social media and say, oh, something they personally did. Yeah. It was, but it's all good now. I mean, I respect that they made right on their wrong. Yeah, they've removed a bunch of stuff, bro. I don't know what they're doing. How much money you put into inventory? Are you talking about now or when you're first getting started? To get started with the business model that I do, I would say like 3 to 6K USD. Now it's, I mean, in a year time span, like hundreds of thousands of dollars in inventory. How many products is this for? This account, 9. Across accounts, 50 plus, including variations. He sells minimum 179 up through 579. All right, that makes sense then. He probably has a really good conversion, and then he has a higher ticket item. I'm going to assume a lower cost of goods. Like I said, this one is 9, brother. 9 products. Across accounts, 50 plus. Are the products related to on this account? They're all related. This is a health and household brand. I asked someone that makes 1 million and they use 400K. I could see that. I think 40% just for inventory of your total sales is a little bit high. What's the brand? Give me 5 reasons that I should say my brand and the products that I sell. What benefits to me on my personal brand does that give? Here's how much money I make on Amazon. By the way, here are the products that I sell on Amazon. Where's the logic? No A+ content, terrible images. 1 through 5. Can I stalk you? Don't people want to go buy your brand? Bro, I don't know if I think you were one of the trolls, unless I got your name wrong. I could be wrong. But do you see how much how many trolls and hate comments I get on my stuff. Do you know how many bad reviews it takes to like tank a brand new listing on Amazon? Do you know how easy it would be to mess up somebody's margins by ordering a product and going and returning it at scale? We have social media pages for my brand. So like, let's say it was Luke's Toys. Luke's Toys has social media. People who we want to buy our brand will go follow Luke's Toys and they will buy from us. But as somebody who literally teaches Amazon, there is no net benefit to me to share the products or brands that I sell. Absolutely none. In fact, there are multiple people in this live who sell on Amazon and do not make content. They won't even share the products and brands that they sell. There's no net benefit. Like FBA, you sell on Amazon, right, bro? You don't even show your name, who you are, anything like that. At least I don't think so. Are you going to tell everybody what products you sell? $3K, Nando, and it's a mixture of both. Alex, you do wholesale, bro. It's different. You sell existing brand names. I know you're just trolling anyways, but which type of products do you sell? Like the category, I mean, which do well, not your products. LOL. All good, bro. I know. I don't mind sharing the category. So my top categories are health and household, home decor, more specifically, home and kitchen, more specifically, home decor, office products, baby products, toys, and games. When you do private label, can you also do FBM, FBA to make process a little faster? Yeah, but I never recommend FBM, to be honest with you. You ever sold an Amazon business? My very first one that I started. Never, ever, no benefit. There is enough traffic through Amazon. That's what I'm saying. People think that like I need the traffic, right? External traffic is great. That's why we do social media and we have external marketing strategies. But people act as if like I'm not going to wake up on one of my accounts to $2,000 to $3,000 in sales. I need to go share it to the 20, you know what I mean? To the 25 people in my live, which I respect 99.9% of you, for me to increase my business. You know what I'm saying? Would it be possible to sell a vase or something that would break in shipping? I personally don't recommend fragile items. Jayco, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Why and how long is the process typically? Because I don't want to, ship my own products. I let Amazon do it all. I don't understand. If you're not here selling items, what are you promoting? I'm teaching people how to sell on Amazon, brother. Let me ask you this. How do you think I learned how to sell on Amazon? And I feel like you're being respectful, which is the only reason I'm entertaining this. We get trolls in here who we'll just hit them with the mute and the block. But how do you think I learned how to sell on Amazon? Real question. Do you think one day I woke up and God was like, wow, 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 and I was like, I got it, and just set up an Amazon business? Or do you think I learned how to sell on Amazon from my cousins who were my mentors, and ready for this? Content online. Minus his shameless plug. Yeah, I do throw a shameless plug out here and there. But that's the thing. FBA, you've been in the lives long enough to know. Alex, who's in here, knows, like, I don't tell people that you have to be in the program to learn how to sell on Amazon. I literally, like, people are like, bro, your program's too much. How do I learn? I'm like, ask questions in this live because I answer every question for free. Go watch my YT videos. Go watch my TikTok videos. 4 TikTok videos every single day. 90% of them are about Amazon. Did you resell before launching your private label or straight to private label? Straight to private label. Hours and hours of research. Exactly, Leah. Exactly. Which softwares do you recommend to find a product? I would say either Helium 10 or Data Dive. What up, Maki? Bro, Luke is so genuine, man. He's here for the people, dropping the free content. I appreciate that, brother. Which credit card do I need for FBA? I mean, it really doesn't matter. It depends on your goal for that credit card. Even then, it doesn't matter. But if you, okay, so this is where it's more in depth or more detailed. If you set up a business like an LLC, then in order for that to be tied to your LLC, it would have to be a business credit card. If it was a personal card and you were starting as like a sole prop, that's when, a regular personal card wouldn't necessarily matter. Which product criteria do you use to find profitable products? I just posted a video on this yesterday. Between Data Dive and Helium 10, I think when you're doing product research, Helium 10. I think once you find a product, Helium 10, you could drop it, go get Data Dive. Do you capture Metapixel for customers post-purchase, then retarget them with Facebook ads? For our Shopify store, yes. For Amazon, no. Amazon doesn't share customer data. Now, there was a time where we paid this service to pretty much like scrape Amazon's data, and we got like 40 something thousand customer emails, but that was expensive. Through Jesus, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Search his name on YouTube. He has a lot of great free content. Yes, sir. Boy posts 4 TikTok videos every day, 4 IG Reels, 4 YT Shorts, and 1 long form YT video every week. Have you? I've seen it, bro. I don't say this with any shade, and I respect what they've built, but Data Dive is better. Can you make a video about your Shopify and Pixel stat you were just talking about? Go leave a comment on one of my videos. I'll make a video response to it. I don't love making content about like Shopify or TikTok Shop or anything because I feel like it's like information overload. People will see like Shopify, TikTok, Walmart online, Amazon. Which one should I do? And then they go do nothing. This account 40% margins, over 40% margins after everything. And this is a 1-year time frame. User 77. Mackin, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. So no, it's not year to date, FB. This is from mid-October 2024 to mid-October 2025. Year to date probably is like 3 something. This is FBA withdrawal. This is my TikTok shop account, but pretty much I'm trying to acquire email from QR code. That can be a little bit sketchy, bro. And the reason that that's sketchy is because like Amazon, although you see a lot of people do it on Amazon, if they catch you and they decide to, they can shut down your entire account. Just about user 77. 40% after everything, Griffin. A little over 40% actually. Let's go. Make sure y'all drop your questions down below. What about for like product warranty? Host the warranty submission on your own site. It's still technically against TOS. Is there a certain amount of sales a day you want to see in the first batch to see if it's worth reorder? I would just want to see consistent and profitable sales. Honestly, I followed you for a while. I respect you make a lot of money, but seem humble and help people. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, my North Star is helping people. I started this because I wanted to be able to be the same type of teacher, mentor that the people that I learned from were to me. And yeah, man, you got to be humble in life. I was just on a call with one of my business partners, and we were talking about this. You can't let the money get to you. I posted a story, even if it's like 3 sales. Yeah, if it's consistent and you're growing and you're increasing your rank and your conversion and all the metrics start looking good, then I think that's solid. Interesting. So you think I should be cautious or avoid it? Yeah, definitely be cautious, man. Like I said, people kind of get a little clouded judgment with this one because they think that, oh, but I bought a product on Amazon and they had a QR code or they directed me to their website. Like, do you invest in anything else such as real estate? Yeah, real estate, crypto, I own some gold. I would say those are my top 3 investments. I've been investing in crypto since 2020. Real estate just within the last year. Gold, I started investing in that, I want to say like 3 or 4 years ago. Were you successful on your first product launch or several tries? I was successful on my first product. Thoughts on KPC? Do you think his course is good? I think that I can't. I think the AMZ Masterclass is the Harvard of Amazon private label education. I don't think anything comes close. I'm not going to say anything outside of that. I'll definitely never promote or say that one program is better than mine. Are you going to sell soon and rebuy when it crashes? No, my play with crypto is like a long-term hold, bro. I've been buying into it for a long time. I'm not somebody who tries to time the market by any means. I think that most of the time when people do that, they lose. Like I remember, I don't ever tell anybody to invest in anything. So in fact, let me just throw this disclaimer out. This is not financial advice. None of you should invest in the things that I do. Do your own homework. But there's people that I know personally and I'm really close with. And I remember telling some people to get into a certain investment. I won't even say it because I'm not trying to shill it. When it was probably 30% cheaper than what it is right now. And I was like, you got to get it. You got to get it. And they were like, no, I'm waiting for, and I wouldn't just tell your average person this. This is like somebody who I know who has money and we talk like this. And they're like, no, I'm going to wait for it to come down more. Never came down. No, it wasn't XRP. What do you invest in real estate, commercial real estate? How much you sell your first product business for? It was for 6 figures. I didn't run away with millions. No, it wasn't Solana either, bro. What's the product price? On this account, it's low ticket. This one actually doesn't meet the criteria that I use now. This account was established a while ago, but average order value is like 13 or 14 bucks. I want to, nowadays when I'm launching new products, Want it to be over $30 for sure. White label, yes, fun. Do you do any crypto? I invest in it, yeah. I'm not going to share what I own or anything like that. I'm not trying to shill, and I think everybody should do their own homework. Like, not saying that this makes me better than anybody, but I legit probably have like more than 150 hours in just researching that stuff. You'll hear people listen to one video and then they go drop a bag, and it's like, okay, well, that's not going to do much for you. Is it branded, and what was the product? I don't share the products. Are you talking about the one that I no longer own, or are you talking about this one? But yeah, I only sell my own brands. I don't resell other people's brands. How long did that 4M account take to show those numbers? This account's about 5 years old. What type of real estate do you buy? Commercial. I never get why people don't say the product. Is it supplements? This account is health and household. Yeah. I'll say the type of products. Like, I sell toys and games, baby products, health and household, home decor products. But what's the benefit of me sharing my products? We just went over this earlier in the live. There's no net benefit for me doing that. Here's how much money I make on Amazon. By the way, here are the exact products that I sell on Amazon. Like, I've been making content for a few years now. And there's millions of products that somebody could go launch on Amazon. Not once has anyone ever been like, hey, I'm thinking about launching this product, and then it just so happened to be my product, because there's that many products to sell on Amazon. But if I'm literally telling people these are the products that I sell and I do so well on, that's going to create competition. And there's no point in me doing that. After looking at 20% of sellers under 200 reviews make 10K a month, should I look at revenue spread? Revenue, you should be looking at total revenue, the metric you just talked about. You should be looking at average reviews, average price, search volume. How many products on this account? 9. How did tariffs affect FBA? They didn't affect FBA. Are there still niches in Amazon where we can sell? Is it not saturated with Chinese sellers? There's Chinese sellers, but there was just as many Chinese sellers when I started in 2019. My very first product, which was a supplement, which I do not. Some people will hear that and be like, supplements, that's the product I should sell. No, it's not. But my very first product was a supplement back in 2019, a gummy supplement. And dude, the amount of Chinese manufacturers who sold and lied about that product. So like, I sold 1,000 milligrams for, it was like 40 something bucks. And then you had people claiming, which is literally impossible, that they were selling 15 million milligram supplement for $20. Like, first of all, it's impossible to have 15 million milligram supplement. What are you even saying? There was so many Chinese manufacturers there. Are your white label product supplier based in the US or overseas? This one, US, majority overseas. How does trademark work? You're essentially protecting a brand name or a logo that you create. So like the Nike swoosh, that's trademarked. If anybody ever tried to use that for their own products, Nike could sue them or give them a cease and desist. Same thing for the name Nike. Nobody can use the name Nike on their own products because Nike has a trademark. They've protected their brand name. So you're protecting your IP, your intellectual property. Dang, I didn't even realize. I forgot. I have a call with my students in 21 minutes. So let's get any more questions that we have, y'all. Gotta go fully prep for this lesson. Actually, let's do this, son. shameless plug time, because I do have a call. I just want to. How did Jimmy's coaching call go? It was good, man. I was only in there. I was at an event with the family, so I hopped in for a little bit. Let's do product research now. I gotta bounce, man. You gotta get on this call with my students. But yeah, I was only in there for the first like 10 minutes, but then I did watch the recording of the call, and it was great. He had a good turnout. No, if average reviews are high, I don't even look at that, man. He had a good turnout. He did really good. So, shameless plug part. You already know I do these lives for free. I give away so much free value in all of my videos, so much content. Make sure you go show some love to my last few videos. But anyone who wanted to have me as their mentor and all of these things, remember, not a course. This would be a course. This is everything you get in the AMZ Masterclass. You would click, yes, I want to apply, go through the application, and if you qualify, you would be taken to the booking page. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hop off. Like I said, got a call with the students. One of the perks of being in the program, we do weekly group coaching calls. You have a weekly call with me, and now you have a weekly call with my boy Jimmy. So I'm about to go hop onto that. Yeah, technically you're not allowed to do that, user 77, but y'all make sure to go show some love to my last few videos. Check out the AMZ Masterclass, and God bless. On this account, 9 SKUs across accounts, 50 plus, brother. All right.